white Suburban. Your lights are on. Don't have a license plate number, but if you own a big white Suburban, your lights are on.
My name is Bill Thompson. I'm the head coach here at Cottage Grove High School, and once again I want to welcome, if this is your first year here, to Cottage Grove and this tournament. This tournament was started back in 1984. There were two young wrestlers wrestling at the University of Oregon who were killed in a van accident, Jed Kesey and Lorenzo West, when they were traveling up to Washington State. We started a scholarship in their name at the University of Oregon, and since that time we've raised about $50,000 for young people such as yourself to further their education. Your head coach will nominate a senior at the end of the year, and we will then put back into your pocket $125 to further your education for next year someplace. Not that you have to go and wrestle, but do something for your education to further yourself in life, and that's what we're here for, is to try to encourage you to get better at everything you do. Not over on the wrestling mat, but everything we possibly can do in your life, do it. Take advantage of it. Because you never know, like Jed and Lorenzo, when it could be cut short so quickly. With that note, I'd also like to say that we're in jeopardy of losing that program at the University of Oregon. Like I told the coaches, what I'm asking all of you to do between now and the end of January, write a little note about your thoughts about wrestling, what you've gotten out of it, or what you're getting out of it, to Mr. Kilkenny at the University of Oregon, and include a $5 bill, or a $10 bill, or a $5 check made out to the University of Oregon wrestling program. So he has to walk around with that check and figure out where it's going to go when he drops the program. Okay? This isn't about baseball, it's not about cheerleading, it's about wrestling. And it's about what you get from this sport. Okay? So take advantage of that and let him know that he's cutting a program that is vital to our link to kids, athletics, and life. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Just think, what is there, 500 people here maybe? 500 letters? He has to respond somehow. At least he has to think about it. Okay? So I encourage you to do that. And maybe not just for the University of Oregon's program, but our programs here today. And Jed and Lorenzo as well. Okay? So, as the tournament has evolved, it's gone from Springfield High School to Lane Community College, to our old high school on a two-day tournament to try to get enough mats going and so on and so forth. And we're here at our school today. And, you know, this is probably not the first match for all of our programs out here, but it's a long season, and as the season progresses, we hopefully get better. What we'd like to encourage you today is make sure that we're keeping it safe. Make sure that if in fact you have an injury that you see our head trainer, Jared Hutchins. He's out here in the hallway, okay? So if you need some care, if you need some help, see him. Let's make sure you take care of yourself. Let's make sure that you're here at the end of the season also. There are some t-shirts that we produce. All the monies, again, that we raise for this tournament go towards the scholarships that your coaches will be nominating you for, okay? And it's an automatic nomination. I mean, if your coach puts your names in, you know, we give out 16 of those at the end of the year. And then at the end of the year, when you go to your senior awards night, your coach can make that presentation to you with a plaque, and with the intent that we have $125 to do something with for next year to further your education. That's a cool thing. It lets everybody know that wrestling is alive in the state of Oregon, and especially 16 schools that are here today, okay? And as you're continuing to wrestle today, you as your teammates and coaches may talk about somebody in your program that is worthy of receiving the Kesey West Brotherhood Award. Ken Kesey, Jed's brother, or father started this award back in 1984. Craig Blanchett was a wrestler from Springfield. Craig he ended up being an Olympic wheelchair racer in the Olympics. Went from wrestling to the Olympics. And he had a lot of determination, a lot of guts, a lot of courage. He was the first recipient of that. Since that time, everybody that has been nominated have been given that award too. And at the end of the tournament, we count up all the votes out where we're selling the t-shirts. Just write down a person's name and where they're from. 1 vote per person, please. We count those up at the end of the day and we hand that award out also. The winner of the tournament receives the Bob Williams Memorial Trophy. Bob was the head coach at Pleasant Hill. When I met Bob, he was the head coach at South Eugene. He was the head coach at Sheldon during that time also. So he put a lot of time in with wrestlers during his years. Bob died. We then renamed our tournament trophy the Bob Williams Tournament Trophy. So as you can see, this tournament has a lot of significance through the history of wrestling and what wrestling means to all of you. So take time out, vote for somebody for that award. If your teammates and yourselves, you come up with one name, you want to nominate one name amongst your group, obviously there's strength in numbers. So talk about it amongst your group. If there's a parent, if there's a mat girl, if there's a wrestler, a grandfather, grandmother, coach, officials, okay? We've had numerous amounts of people, parents on there, okay? If you look in the program, you'll see all the nominations and all the people who received that. Okay? Let's have a great day of wrestling. Would you all please stand for our national anthem?
First round, Sweet Home and Falkport. To mat 5, Crescent Valley and Elmira. To mat 8, Pleasant Hill and Central Lynn. To mat 6, Siuslaw and Willamina. To mat 3, South Dakota, 11. To mat 7, Harrisburg